guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal, and today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a salsa molcajete. A molcajete is a Mexican stone that is used to crush or grind salsas, and you could probably know it more as a mortar and pestle. This molcajete has been in my family for over 80 years. It was my grandma's and it was passed down to me. The salsa that I'm going to show you is one that my mother-in-law taught me. It is so delicious, but I'm not going to lie, it does take a little bit of work, a little bit of elbow work, but I'm telling you, it's the best salsa that I've made. This is just the ratio that my mother-in-law taught me how to make the salsa. So what I'm going to be using is tomatoes, chiles serranos, garlics, and salt. The ratio that she taught me is per 1 tomato I use 2 chiles serranos, and I am going to be grilling them and toasting them up until they get charred. This is going to be like a fire roasted salsa. If you want to make this salsa and don't have a molcajete, feel free to use this in your blender. You can use the same things and the same measurements for that. If you like it less spicy, I would just use less chiles serranos. If you want it more, you can always add an extra one to your preference, as well as if you want to make this salsa a smaller version, I will scale it down. Like I said, per each tomato I like to use 2 chiles serranos. If you want to use a different kind of chile, feel free to do that. So basically what I'm going to be doing right now is just letting them get nice and charred, and once those are done, I'm going to show you the next step. I do want to point out that I did wash these tomatoes and chiles serranos. If you want it less on the spicy side, you can always switch the ratio around, where I would use 2 tomatoes per 1 chile serrano. You can also use any other chile. Like I said, chiles serranos are the ones that we usually prefer. They are spicy, and I am making a big amount because I like to have salsa for the week, or at least for a couple of days. Salsa is good in your fridge for a couple of days. I would say anywhere between 3 to 4 days. And usually after 3 to 4 days, it's usually gone. We'll have it with our breakfast, we'll have it with our lunch, we'll have it for our dinner. We really like our salsa, and it's great to add on eggs and tacos. Anything that you need like a good flavor and a good kick, that is what is good for this salsa. So I do want to point out as well, as by no means this is the only way you can make salsa. On my channel, I want to teach you guys easy and simple cooking. Definitely make it your own. You can switch things up. If there's something that you don't like, make it to your preference. Just because you see me doing it this way does not mean by any means that you have to do it this way. This is just the way my mother-in-law taught me, and I really like it. As you see, once they start blistering, I'm going to take them out and let them cool down just a little bit, because the next step is I'm going to take them to my kitchen sink and I'm going to start peeling them. You do not have to peel any of the tomatoes or the chiles serranos. You can leave them with the char if you like that flavor. I sometimes will leave it and I won't clean it under the sink. Sometimes I like that flavor. It's not bitter by any means. Just make sure to take off the stems. Okay, so this is the molcajete. It is a stone, and this is what I'm going to be using to grinding it. The first thing that I do is I use fresh garlic, and I love buying the one that's already peeled. You can use as many garlic as you want. I would use anywhere between 1 to 4 garlic cloves. Right here I only have 4 of them, and they're pretty big, and I'm going to use that ratio for my salsa, and then I add the salt on top of it. And then pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grinding it and making a paste out of the garlic. And this garlic right here is it's what's going to give it a lot of flavor because it's fresh. And then the next step, I will show you what we'll be doing next. I like to crush everything one by one. But you can do it whatever your preference. There's really no wrong or right way. This is just the way my father-in-law does it. He crushes the garlic first. So I crush up the garlic pretty much to a paste. I don't want any big chunks of garlic. I just crush it really good, as fine as you can see. And once it's done crushed, the next step that I'm going to be doing is I like to add the chiles serranos first, and I do 1 or 2 at a time, as much as I could fit in there. I've seen my father-in-law, what he does is he'll get the chiles serranos, and whatever he crushes it, he transfer it to a bowl. You can do that too. But here I'm just going to be crushing as much as I can. You will get pieces, big pieces of the chile and the tomate. My mother-in-law always leaves those pieces in because that's what a salsa molcajete is supposed to have. It's supposed to be a combination of the salsa but a chunky one. If not, if it's not chunky, she says, then might as well just throw it in the blender. So I will continuing and grinding the chiles serranos until I am done, and then the next step will be the tomatoes, and I will show you how I do the tomatoes next.
Me conoces súper bien. Tú me viste y te subiste al tren. Todo vale contigo, hasta nuestros amigos se enamoran de la forma que nos ven. Enamorados somos dos. Mami, te lo digo, tú eres mi abrigo cuando baja el sol. Con tu amor, esas nubes grises se vuelven color. Yo con tanto frío, tú me das calor. Listo para vivir contigo.
Okay, now that all my chiles serranos, I have crushed them, now I'm going to be doing the tomatoes. What I do is on the top of it, I will poke at it and very careful because as you see, a lot of the juice will start popping out and I don't want to get tomato juice all over me or all over the table, but even then I'm pretty sure I do because I always make a hot mess in the kitchen. Just keeping it real. So once I get all the tomatoes, I will do them one by one. You'll notice that my molcajete is a little bit slanted, which is one of the reasons that I love this molcajete. One of them, I guess, of so hard they were grinding it like my grandma, because it is so old. One of the legs is already to the side, but later on you'll see that what I do is I lift up 2 little coasters and I will put it up straight, because normal molcajetes are not slanted like this, but this is just, it's been in my family for so many years and I'm so proud to have it. I do not put it away in my covers. It is on display in my kitchen because it is a true beautiful thing to see. And then I add water to the salsa. That is up to you. We like to add a little bit of water just to make it a little bit more liquidy, but still you'll see those chunks of the tomato, of the chile. You'll see the chards in it and all the flavor in it. And then I always taste it. That's how I always taste my food. I grab a little spoon and I will taste it on my hand to make sure if it needs a little bit salt or if it needs a little bit more flavor. In this case, it did need a little bit more salt. And then just like that, it is good to go. As you taste it, as the day goes on, if you need to add more water, you can. But this is pretty much, that's the little leg that I'm telling you. It's so cute. It always brings so much character to it. So it's always slanted to the side. But I'll show you right now how I lift it up, and that has been working for me. So this is the salsa. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Those are the 2 little coasters standing up, and sorry that it's a little shaky. This was filmed a few months ago. But like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos like this. Feel free to share this video if you want to show somebody how to make this salsa. And I will see you guys on the next one.
You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours.